Hello everyone. Welcome to today's daily portrait practice live stream. I'm going to be doing two sketches today and I'm going to be doing two 10-minute sketches. I didn't get to stream yesterday, so I'm going to catch up today and we'll be working on two portraits of two wonderful people who were in the Eternal Song film. There is a link in the description to which I hope will direct you to the website where you can watch the Eternal Song film for a donation. And the first of the two faces that we are going to draw is Samuel Layan Nangiria, who is a Maasai activist from Loita, also known as Tanzania. And yeah, let's start sketching because I got some sketching to do. It's nice to have you here. I imagine you're probably hello. There are 4 people here. Noor Muhammad, hello. So nice to have you here. Martina is here. What an incredible thing that that I can start live streaming and some people can join. Yeah, it's so nice to have you here. Perhaps one day there'll be a regular time slot again, but for now, this is it. We're here together sketching, so let's do it. Well, yeah, here we go. I'm going to start sketching here. So this was a 10-minute portrait I did 2 days ago. And you were just about to sketch this too. Perfect. Let's sketch together, Martina. So I'm going to try and do two 10-minute portraits again because I really enjoyed the 10-minute portrait practice and it makes it doable. Saying, okay, 10 minutes drawing, that is like, you know, that is a time slot that I feel like interesting things can happen in. And I wish I had countless hours to draw each of these people because there's also interesting things that happen when you have a lot of time, but also just making the time for the regular brief practice is also a great thing to do because sometimes we don't always have a lot of time for all of the things, and just taking 10 minutes can still get us in the zone, get us learning, get us looking, and it's a special thing to be able to do. So thank you for jumping on here and sketching with me. Let's do it. I'm going to put a 5-minute and then another 5-minute timer on because I find that having 2 5-minute time frames helps me. I do the drawing in the first 5 minutes and then I can start thinking about values in the second. So let's just sketch together. Thank you for being here. I'm working around my camera at the moment and let's go. So I really like the perspective here. Was a wonderful talk with Samuel. Yeah, super interesting. There are so many interesting, sometimes wonderful, sometimes deeply troubling things that are happening. And I've just found yesterday I sat down and I wanted to live stream and it just had like, amongst all things, just like this overwhelmed sense of like, wow, just drawing, like, I don't know, there's so much going on. And sometimes it's all a bit much. And sometimes I wonder about this thing, drawing. Like, I feel like there's so much that could be said about so many things that are going on. And yeah, sometimes it's just all too much, isn't it? But here we are. The act of drawing is a beautiful thing, which I love to do together. So thank you for being here. So an interesting thing I'm thinking about with the Maasai and the arbitrary drawing of lines and saying this is where this country stops and this is where the next one begins. Yeah, that's a thing. An interesting thing in this conversation was also that often what is termed conservation and put under the guise of progress and nature preservation it can be of great detriment to the original peoples of a place who were living harmoniously and with the environment for a long time. And then there are a lot of tricky things going on. Yeah. Hi Ike, hello. Nice to see you here. Everyone go check out Ike. IYKIZ Design on YouTube, because Ike uploads these. Is it more than daily, Ike? Like your portrait sketch practice, you're doing so much. That's so cool. And so much great work. And I saw you did a really cool ink one of me recently. It's always funny to. I shared the reference, so it's not a surprise, but it's funny and it's cool when people do these amazing drawings of me. I'm like, oh, look, they drew me. But yeah, amongst that portrait of me and many others, go check out Ike's YouTube, because he's putting in a lot of YouTube time, and I would like to see everyone flourish through the labors of their craft. And Ike's super cool. Martina, side note, I was watching the Drawn Together episode with Sabra. Did you guys do another one? We did too. So it depends where you're looking. The first 49 Drawn Together episodes happened here on my YouTube channel. And at the start of the year, we made another YouTube channel, and Sabra was the first of our new episodes. So yeah, depends where you're looking. I guess there's one on each channel. So if you're looking on this channel right here, and you look up Drawn Together Sabra, you'll find one chat, which was our first one. And then on the Drawn Together channel, there's the second chat. And I'm super glad to know Sabra. We actually got to meet. It was just 2 weekends ago. Already feels like such a long time ago. We got to meet in the real world in the Netherlands, which was a treat, a delight. And I got to have a Zoom call with Sabra on Friday, which was nice, talking about things. Because Sabra knows a lot of things. She has ideas. She has experience in the internet, and she has a great website. And I had ideas about, because I want to start offering courses on my website, or somehow. And Sabra has ideas, so we were chatting about that, and I really appreciate that we had that opportunity to talk. It was great. And Martina, I love the recent upload with the portraits with the green pen. Yes, so many cool ones. I used to upload shorts daily, but these days you're a bit lazy. I know what you mean. I feel like shorts were a really good way to just get get out to new eyes. And I actually have the daily streams, which every day I could theoretically turn into a short. I'm going to start another 5 minutes now. But yeah, I wonder. I don't know how. It's a bit of a mystery sometimes. I don't know what the best thing is for YouTube channel growth. Like I'm putting in a lot of time with these, of course. Oh, do I have water here? Oh, I'm almost out of water. Like these daily streams, but it's like a different genre. It's a different part of YouTube than the shorts. And I have had phases where I've been doing daily shorts as well, because it's like the material's all there, and it's theoretically it's a different audience that sees it than the live streams or the full videos. It's like I've already got it there, and would think it should be easy to do, but there's always so many things to do. So I feel you, Ike. It's a lot doing all these things all the time, and then being like, okay, what's What's the thing that I should really focus on? No, you watched the two ones with tech difficulties. Okay. Uh, so they were short, right? Because there's a full length conversation where we actually got it figured out, I think. Yeah, because we tried that a few times, but eventually it worked out. Oh, big drop there. That's dangerous. So yeah, what's going on? So many things are going on. It's been quite warm here. I got to speak to my grandfather, who lives a very long way away from me, will be turning 94 in August. So it's always a treat to talk to him. Yeah, right, Ike. You don't get subscribers from videos, you get subscribers from shorts. Yes, I found the same thing, which makes me think. And just having you here and talking about this is like, okay, maybe it's worth putting in the effort to do shorts, because it's all there. Like I have so many. Each time I do a live stream, I can download it, and it's to put the camera on and film while you're sketching is like that's a thing we can do. And then once it's there, it's just the question of formatting it, like maybe doing time compression. You have lovely music that you put to yours. I generally say a few things, and then it's a thing, and then you just put it up there, and potentially people will see it, come on over and become YouTube friends. Yeah, so I don't know. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, please do so now. And go subscribe to Ike's as well. Whoa, I've only got a minute left. What am I going to do? All right, this is not finished in 10 minutes. This is something I find a lot when working on a portrait with darker skin tones on light paper. There's a lot more filling in to do, and it takes more time. And of course you can work on toned paper. There are other mediums which are maybe a bit faster. I'm just using this pen because I know it won't bleed out so much as I try and fill in. But I think I'll spend more time on this one, but I want to stick to the 10 minutes for now. This pen is not as good as the other, but the paper's just so wet now that I can't ink on here. But maybe when the other one's dry, I'll be able to put a bit more ink on here, because when the other one's done. So I'm going to shift over to our next portrait, just putting this on hold, swinging over a little bit further on my page. And I'm not exactly sure who this is, but they look wonderful. And we're going to sketch this person now. Here. All right, so another 5 minutes, and then we'll just keep going. It's going to be a 5 minute, which is 10. But I find making it 2 times 5 minutes helps me. I can put my lines in place, and then I can start filling in values after I've kind of figured out the drawing. Okay, and a bit closer. Like, you want to stick to the formula: one video a week and one short a day. Yeah, because like, are you doing one portrait a day or more than one a day? Because whenever I have a look, it looks like you're doing a lot. And yeah, I wonder where your different reference sources are. Sometimes you draw the references shared here. I think Judith Yours portrait challenge, right? And sometimes I wonder, oh, that looks interesting. Where'd you get that? So if you're new here, the past week and a half, I guess, I've been sketching faces from the Eternal Song film, which is incredible. And I feel like it's super important, wonderful film. Everyone should check it out. You can watch it for a donation over on the website. I think the link's in my description. eternalsong.org, maybe. Created by Science and Non-Duality. It's important. It's heavy. It's not light viewing, but it's beautiful, and yeah, I feel like it's a super important film. I feel like I'm sure of it, and it's just like, oh, so relevant to so many things. I find there's all sorts of challenging stuff coming up in the world, and also things that I notice in life, in my family, and things that I hear from friends, where I just feel like so much of the wisdom that has been shared in the Eternal Song and the seventh-day gathering, which coincided with its release. I feel like there's all these things coming up, and everything just seems, it's all tied in, it's all totally relevant. It's really interesting. So many things. And just as if you've made it this far, hello Kitty. If you're here and you're still here in this stream or this replay, I find it. So I spent the day with my kids yesterday, who I love and adore, and it's just something I was thinking about. There's so much conflict between the kids and me sometimes, and when I see on a larger scale countries who are antagonistic. This is something I think when I see these bully countries who are just totally unfair, committing atrocities, genocide, all the bad things, which is just like, it's so prevalent. And I realize, this is something I was thinking a lot. I said it a while back about to settle a country, and how it's such what a clever use of language, because genocide and dispossession is not a settling activity. There is no way that could be called settled. But yeah, there are all these things, and all this happens, and then I just look around and I see, like, and think, can't we all just get along? And then sometimes, just in a small scale, and we're still working at it, but just in my family, with my kids, who I love and adore, and are wonderful, but there's just often just like this conflict, and it's like, oh, it seems so unnecessary. And it's such a small scale. But I think of things that are going on, it's like, if it's amongst us who love each other, there is this tension. Like I wonder, because I believe that there's enough to go around. We take care of each other. Sharing is caring. We look out for each other. And that was the first 5 minutes, by the way. Moving into the second 5 minutes. And in a small scale, and sometimes in neighborhoods, like we've had neighbors where there's been conflicts, and it's like, wow, like I guess the challenge is, we can talk and we can work through, we can figure these things out to the benefit of all, and that there are some people and some entire institutions and governments who are not interested in doing things for the benefit of all. And yeah, and I think that's where there's a big kind of break and wound, and trying to reconcile that. Within the family context, can usually bring it around to we love each other, we take care of each other, and also beyond the family, the animals in the garden and the plants and the other people around us, we're all here. It's here for all of us, and we can enjoy life together. And this is a big thing because it's a film about the voices from all these indigenous communities around the world who all share such a similar experience. And and I think that there's so much that the world has to, or so much of the destructive forces, whether it's and it's all interrelated, wars and genocide and ecocide, there's so much going on, which is so, causing so much damage. And I think it all comes from somehow this idea of there not being enough, needing to feel like there has to be some dominance over resources and land and people, and othering people. Actually, the portrait we did, John Powell, if memory serves, the day before we started doing the Eternal Song portraits, the author of The Power of Bridging, it was exactly that topic as well. It's we're here together, and just realizing our interconnectedness, and it's such a wonderful realization to have. And sometimes it's very challenging and confrontational to realize whoa, it's, we're interconnected. But we share this planet, and we should be able to share and get along. I don't know. What's that? I'm not sure if there's a concise kind of thing that I'm saying there, but there's just, so much going on. And like I was saying, I felt like it's kind of I was sitting down thinking, how am I going to stream? How am I going to talk about things when it's so much bad stuff happening. And just but it's good to create and spend time together. And I wonder, sometimes I was thinking, as things were so challenging, just spending a day with my kids, and I was just thinking maybe that would be interesting to talk about, because it's we've got it good, but still it's there's so much tension and conflict, and I just wonder how, if it can be so challenging on a small family scale, how to navigate that and broaden it to the way we interact with people on a much larger scale. So those are some thoughts. And here, Ike said, I used a lot of your references and some from Judith yours. Also, anything online that I can use as a starting point, but where the final face doesn't look like the originals necessarily. Yeah, and that's okay. When it does, it's like you're making a new person out of it, I think that's cool. That happens. All right, that was 10 minutes. That was it. 2 portraits, 20 minutes. Love the smile. Thank you so much to whoever this is, and thank you to the people who made the Eternal Song film, I would just see there's just a little bit in like the contrast with Samuel's portrait that I think that I can pretty quickly add to, and I'll bring it to a level where it's like, yeah, that's more done than it was. And I guess the thing what I was saying, like with my kids, like sometimes, set things up, think, okay, all of the conditions are right for things to be harmonious and enjoyable. But then everyone has their role to play. And sometimes, although it seems like all the conditions are there, that things could be fine, that everyone, depending on the day, depending on many things, maybe they're not feeling too well, maybe they're tired, maybe it's just a hot day, and perhaps these young bodies who've not experienced much heat are not sure what's going on. Who knows? All right, that's it for that one. I'm going to go a little bit more back to Samuel, but drawing hand emoji in the chat if you've made it this far. There are 11 of you here. Not everyone has said hello yet. I would love you to say hello in the chat. And hit the thumbs up button too if you feel like sharing a thumbs up with me. Like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And before this live stream comes to a close, so just a little bit more time here, but is there anything anyone would like to say? Any questions you have? Any impulse for the coming days, tomorrow? I wish you all well. I wish an end to war and genocide. I wish everyone would take care of the environment and everyone around them, all living beings. Live in the realization that we have the blessing, the opportunity to live here and share this space and planet together. We get to draw together. We get to care for and coexist with nature and all manner of incredible expressions of life, and it's amazing. And yeah, I'm very thankful to having you here watching my live stream and drawing along. All right, that's it for today. It was just a little bit, but that's it, wrapping it up. Hi Lily, Elizabeth, Nerolk, Martina. I love spending time with my niece and nephews because I love seeing how they interact with each other. It can be so chaotic, but there are moments where they just make lol. Yes, indeed. And that's part of that's it. It's everything. In a flustered moment, I said to my kids, why are we doing this? It's no fun. And one of them said, it's not no fun. It's like, true. It's also fun. Yes, you could just scroll this back. It'll be like at the end. You could scroll it back to the beginning, so you don't have to watch more ads, hopefully. Just pull it back to the beginning and let it play, and you'll be able to watch the whole thing. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Take care of each other. Drink water, clean water. If you have it, it's something we should all have. Yeah, thanks for sketching together.